Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about Suggestopedia. Suggestopedia was developed by Lazanov, who was a psychiatrist and an educator in the 1970s. Suggestopedia is inspired from yoga and from Soviet psychology. From yoga, Lazanov has adopted techniques that would reduce the learner's anxiety level, such as breathing exercises and contemplation exercises. From the Soviet psychology, Lazanov has taken the idea that all learners can learn in the same manner, at the same pace, thus ignoring individual differences. Suggestopedia is based on several assumptions, first of which is the influence of the unconscious, of the non-conscious, in optimizing learning. In this respect, Suggestopedia relies heavily on the suggestive power of the environment in helping learners learn non-consciously. It also believes that it can increase memorization 25 times more than any other conventional method by using the suggestive power of the mind and increasing the mind's ability to concentrate. The other assumption is the importance of the environment and contextual factors. Suggestopedia assumes that decorations, music, attractive classroom settings, and comfortable seats play a very important factor in making the environment more suggestive and more contributing to the teaching-learning process. Suggestopedia adopts an approach that combines a theory of language and a theory of learning. The theory of language, it was not clearly stated by Lazanov, but we can understand that it combines both structuralism and functionalism. Structuralism is evident in the several suggestopedic practices that focus primarily on memorizing rather than contextualizing vocabulary pairs and grammar rules. Aspects of functionalism are found in the use of meaningful texts that would engage learners emotionally by triggering their interest and increasing their motivation. The theory of learning encompasses three perspectives, including the behaviorist, the cognitive, and the humanist perspective. The behaviorist principles are represented by instances of mechanical memorization of vocabulary and grammar rules, as well as by the authoritative and central role the teacher has been given in this method. Suggestopedia adopts a cognitive perspective because it relies on different incentives to improve conscious learning through improving memory processes of retention and recalling of information. The humanist perspective is obvious in its effort to cater for learners' emotions. Suggestopedia uses different techniques to help learners relax and lower the anxiety, such as breathing exercises, colorful and comfortable environment, and calming music. All this contributes to help learners feel relaxed and comfortable. Lazanov claims that the main objective of Suggestopedia is to improve learners' advanced conversational proficiency by memorizing and recalling vocabulary lists. Lazanov also claims that the objective of this method is to promote learners' understanding of problems and developing creative solutions to these problems. Suggestopedia attributes a central role to the teacher. Therefore, we can claim that it is a teacher-centered method. Within this method, teachers are required to dress well, behave well, and be punctual in order to set a model for the learners. Teachers are urged to hold a positive attitude towards the method and the materials they are using. They are also expected to encourage positive reception and retention of the materials and content of the course. Teachers are supposed to administer tests. However, they are more likely to respond carefully and with more tolerance to errors. Teachers are supposed to be skilled in singing, acting, and use of therapeutic techniques. Above all, teachers are expected to be enthusiastic. As far as learners are concerned, we have already pointed out that learners volunteer for the course. But once they volunteer, they have to stay committed till the end. Learners are encouraged to avoid mind-altering substances that may impair their mental health and distort their ability to concentrate. The learners are supposed to regain the self-confidence, spontaneity, and receptivity of a child, which will help them engage playfully in role plays, singing, and acting activities. Learners are seated in a circle to enhance face-to-face interaction and participation. Suggestopedia uses a variety of instructional materials, including textbooks, tapes, posters, music, and pictures. Textbooks used within this method are expected to be attractive, interesting, and authentic. They should have attractive layout, full of colors and pictures, interesting content that present authentic topics and themes which have an emotional force capable of triggering the learner's interest and stimulating and increasing their motivation. To this end, the topics and themes which are included in these textbooks should avoid using traumatic themes which could affect negatively the emotions of the learners. Suggestopedia classes usually include 12 students, 6 males and 6 females. The students are seated in circles facing each other in order to facilitate face-to-face interaction and conversation. In general, the lesson is divided into 3 parts. The first part is devoted to revising previously introduced grammar and vocabulary structures. The second part is dedicated to introducing new structures. The third part is for relaxing and having fun. In more details, during the first part, the teacher reviews previous materials orally through 2 main activities. The first activity is that of micro-studies, where students are reminded of previous grammar and vocabulary structures. Then it is followed by the second activity of macro studies, where students are given a chance to use these structures in authentic dialogues and role plays. The second part of the lesson is the part where teachers introduce new materials through dialogues. Students usually listen or read a dialogue. Then they discuss its main grammar structures and extract a list of vocabulary related to a particular theme of the unit. And then they translate these vocabulary lists into their L1. Students are allowed to ask questions to the teacher in case they don't understand something from the grammar or the vocabulary activities. The second part is concluded with practice, where students use the structures and vocabulary items in dialogues and role plays. The third part has 2 alternative activities. The teacher either plays relaxing music while students close their eyes and relax, or they play music and ask learners to feel free to read and sing the lyrics. At the end, students leave with no homework assigned. Now, here is an exercise for you. Fill this chart with the main similarities and differences between Suggestopedia and other previously studied methods. Here are more questions for you to reflect on.